let's talk about the volumes is created by rotating some kind of two-dimensional shape around an axis. Sounds a little wordy, bear with me. The coordinates 0, 5, 2, -1, and 0, -1 form a triangle that's to be rotated about the y-axis. Stop right there, overwhelming already, just draw it for real. So 0, 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, -1, 0, -1, form a triangle. Here's your triangle. There it is. And that triangle is going to be rotated about the y-axis. So you're going to take a triangle. They're kind of hard to see, but you're going to take this triangle. Let's zoom out a little bit. Triangle. And you're going to rotate it. And you're going to rotate it all the way around. That is a terrible, terrible way to really visualize what's going on here. But let me zoom back in, and you're going to see what happens. As I take this and I twirl it around the y-axis, rotating around the y-axis, then everything I have here is going to appear over here. There's going to be a dot there. There's going to be a dot there. You're going to have this thing where it appears over here. But it's not just going to appear over here. It actually makes a three-dimensional shape as it rotates around. So if you wanted to, you could be like, oh, well, it rotates here, and it rotates here. Like every single point on that line is going to rotate. And if you draw it just right, it looks like a very patriotic Christmas tree with these colors anyway. And you realize that it's going to make a three-dimensional shape, and that three-dimensional shape is a cone. So now all we have to do in order to answer the question, which asks for the volume, is find the radius and the height. That's all we have to do. So the volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r squared times h. So 1/3 pi. The radius, okay, knowing our cone is sitting on its base, there's the cylinder right there, there's the circle, I'm sorry, there's the circle. We're going to have a radius of 2 and a height of, okay, start here, end here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which actually makes so much sense. Those numbers are kind of staring us in the face to start with. There's your 2. It's not always going to be staring at you like that, but you can kind of see it. And the 6 is the distance, vertical distance, between 5 and -1. Okay? So we're going to figure out what that is. We can do this one in our head. Let's see, 2 squared is 4. 4 times 6 is 24. 1/3 of 24 is 8. This is going to be 8 pi. And they didn't give us units. They weren't like, it's centimeters, so it's just 8 pi cubic units. Now, if you want to get decimally about it, you can also say it's 25.133. You're going to round to 3 decimal places. So this is also equal to 25.133. So here's the deal. When you're confronted with problems like this, I recommend that you graph them and draw what they're asking you to draw. Oh, we're going to rotate this around the y-axis, and it swings this whole thing around. Oh, and it makes a cone. Identify the shape, find what you need. All right, the coordinates, and they give us 3 more coordinates, form a triangle that are to be rotated around the y-axis. This is very similar to the last one. I highly recommend that you try this one on your own. So watch me if you like, or not. 0, -3, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, -4, and 0, -4. Create a triangle that's going to be rotated around the y-axis. Okay, talking quieter because I want you to try it on your own. So when we rotate this triangle around the y-axis, it's going to go like this. So everything here is going to appear here. By the way, if we had some figure that was hugging the x-axis, picture time. If we had some figure that was hugging the x-axis instead, and I said, we're going to rotate around the x-axis, then it would go like this, and we'd have a cone that goes like that instead. I'm just saying. Just saying. All right, that's not what's happening here. Everything on the right goes to the left, just like everything below went above in that case. So when I go forward 5, I'd actually go back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's that. And it is also a cone, just a very flat cone that's hard to visualize. It's a really, really flat, very wide cone. So again, same idea. I almost wrote volume and cone and made them one word. Von. 1/3 pi r squared h, and this one is indeed a cone, which I meant to write a minute ago. 1/3. All right, our radius is this. It's 5. I left my pi out. Oh, you know what? I left my pi out, so let's just throw it in the top. Totally doable. Pi over 3 is the same as 1/3 pi. And the height is 1. Okay, well, that is 25/3. So 25/3 pi, which is also equal to 8 1/3 pi, which is also equal to about 25-ish. 25/3 times pi. Oop, 26. 26.180.